Hello again, everyone. Hope you are well on this Wednesday morning. Today is the last day of our vacation slash staycation. We have been celebrating our anniversary the last several days or so, about a week almost, actually. And it is back to reality tomorrow, but that's okay. We will be fine. It's been a good time, it's been enjoyable. I'm going to talk about the big panic that is starting to grow over this prospect, and looks like more likely uh, this is more likely to happen every day. As we get closer to November 1st, as far as the SNAP benefits, food stamps running out of funding for millions of Americans. I'm going to address that. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but I'm going to weigh in on it and also talk about what can we do. What should we be doing right now? What can we do about it? Can we do anything about it? And I'll go into that. Also, I have two special passages that I will share with you from the Bible, so stay tuned for that. They're really good ones. But first, a couple of things I wanted to point out that I noticed just a while ago. Just look at, well, especially breaking as far as not huge breaking news, but I saw a while ago where I guess overnight or early this morning, there was a threat at the White House in DC. A car tried to ram in, or did ram into, one of the gates that leads to the White House. Of course, it was unsuccessful, and the person was detained, was arrested, according to the reports that I read. So that's interesting. You know, people have lost it, y'all. We talk about it often here. But I also noticed some good news. This is good news. Gasoline, at least here or close to here. Gasoline, I noticed 247 a gallon. I noticed it yesterday, well, last few days, but I filled up. I was about half a tank yesterday, and we were running around and filled up. 247 a gallon. I have not seen it dip quite that low here in a long time, y'all. Now it's been a yo-yo lately. It's been up and down, but hopefully it stays down. But I think that's good. That's a bit of good news. Hope the trend stays going that direction down. But that was in Athens, the classic city of Athens, Georgia, at my quick trip. So yeah, that was good. Food stamp, SNAP benefits it looks like they that will collapse starting November 1st due to the government shutdown. It sounds like the federal government has been sending out notice to all of the states in the United States that due to the shutdown to stop that SNAP will not be funded. Now, this may not happen in every state. I know Georgia is definitely one of them. That if this goes on, this shutdown is not resolved, that will SNAP will stop funding November 1st. And a lot of other states, I'm thinking the majority of the states, this will be the case. Um, so check your state. But I believe that food banks, shelters such as that will be, the food banks will be overrun first, I believe, maybe already. So I would say right now, I was going to say this towards the end of the video, but I would say if you can donate to your food bank or your shelters, or your women's shelters or such as that. If you have one close to you, donate anything you can. You're not going to use it, and it's still usable, of course, and it's still good. Donate, and that includes food. So I know Ms. Dog and I were talking about this last night. What can we do to help? Do we have anybody in the neighborhood that is on benefits? We don't know. I don't. We don't know. Or if you know somebody on them, or your family, or a friend, or a friend of a friend, and they may be impacted. How can you help? So just let's start thinking about that now. So I believe that would be a good thing to do, positive thing to do. But you know, I have several thoughts on this. My first is that Congress is still getting paid. Yeah, why are they still getting paid? That's something, isn't it? If you cut their pay, their benefits, I bet you something would get done, and they would resolve this. I have a feeling, and I could be wrong. I know I could be wrong. I have a feeling they're gonna come up with something to uh, to prevent this from happening because I don't know. I just think that they will. But if they don't, y'all, uh, I was reading this article from Zero Hedge, y'all. What are the chances of food stamp collapse in November? And they start out by saying it's a classic saying among preparedness experts in the United States is that America is capable of weathering many crises. But when the food stamps shut down, all bets are off. In other words, when the free stuff army loses their handouts, that's when all hell breaks loose. And I agree with that. The government spends over $100 billion, y'all, $100 billion on SNAP programs every year. The largest single food welfare project in the world. Think about that. Let that sink in. It's difficult to predict what an end to SNAP might look like. Well, I have some ideas. Uh, I believe you would see, I think the panic is already starting. I think you could see huge theft. I think you could see looting. I think you could see crime skyrocket uh, on a scale that we're just not thinking about right now. And it could start happening now. And it could start, and I'm already seeing reports of theft already increasing. People are just walking out the store with stuff. Uh, so I would be careful starting now and start preparing for this. It said that food banks offer short-term relief, though these programs can be easily overwhelmed in the event of a cancellation of EBT. Yeah, they'll be overrun, y'all, for sure. It did say, interesting, the crux of the conflict is over benefits. Democrats demand that Trump continue subsidizing health care for millions of illegal immigrants. Trump and the Republicans say no, or most of the Republicans say no. Yeah, I say no. If you're not a legal citizen, um, why do you continue to get these things while we're paying through the nose? You know, trying to be out here work and do the right thing. That's my thought. That's my thoughts. Now, especially in the work that I do or I'm associated with, is SNAP benefits abused? Yeah, yeah, they're abused. However, there are a lot of people, millions of people that do benefit from them and that do need them. Believe me, they need them. Uh, we work with some disabled people that definitely need it. They don't have family. We're like the last line. You know, family. They may not have family, or the family is gone or passed or whatever, and they don't have the little to no support. So yes, I think it is a thing that is needed at the same. So I think two things are true. They are needed, and yes, they are abused. So there should be things that are put in. I know Trump has tried to do this and or tried to get this started is to try to stop the abuse as well. And they are sold too. People sell them as well. So yeah. But again, remember that they are needed too by millions. This is why we prepare, y'all. I mean, this is one reason why you can make an argument to prepare. How does your food pantry look? If it's looking pretty good, it's not like you got to go out there. You have to go out there right now and grab something. You don't have to. This is why we can when something like this happens, and just say there's a panic sets in after November on November 1st or November 2nd. We're okay. We can stay at home, or we don't have to go near the stores and risk ourselves, right? Um, if you do go out, when you do go out, and we will, uh, you know, uh, we need to be careful. We need to be careful anyway. But I think even now, you're like, well, dog, it's only the 22nd. You know, well, if you look around social media, it's pretty wild. I mean, there are people making videos, y'all, And this is despicable, but there are people making videos telling you what they're going to do and what they're already doing or thinking about doing already. And they're planning this now is stealing, attacking those who uh, look more well-to-do that are buying stuff on their own, and just theft, loot. They're saying they're going to do it all now. Now, a lot of these people, uh, it's interesting that they have a cell phone, they're on the internet. They have many of them, I'm sure, have a way to find their alcohol and their other things, you know. So there's that too. That's interesting, but it's very observable. But I would not be surprised at huge looting runs. Now, this may depend on your location, or it may not. You know, you may be saying, "Well, dog, I'm in a pretty good area. I'm in a pretty red area or whatever, and it's safe, or even red or blue, and it's safe here, relatively safe. I'm fine." Well, yeah, that might be a target. So still, we need to be very observant when we go out, even starting now, going out into the stores and such. I would say at least go in pairs or more if you can. You can watch each other, extra pair of eyes, guard your stuff. Parking lot, don't let your guard down when you get out in the parking lot. Oh, I'm out of the store. Well, no, I mean, you're probably in even more dangerous area in the parking lot. So definitely keep your awareness way up, your antenna sky high, all right, in the parking lot and transferring stuff into your vehicle. You're vulnerable then. So we need to, if that's where when you have a partner with you or somebody with you, you can really increase your awareness at that point. Be careful of people that may follow you away from there. It happens. Okay. Don't think it can't happen to you. So watch for that. So even I know it's terrible that we have to even think this, but and practice this, but we need to, is even when we're driving away, pay attention. Pay attention even then. Who's following you? And if you'll know. Your gut will tell you to. But I believe this could actually already be starting a panic. I think especially starting as we get closer to the first. All right. So now is the time. If you don't think you're prepared enough, go ahead and grab some things. Just be safe, be careful. Stock up on those daily, weekly items that you get. Okay. Um, Again, this is why we were prepared, so we don't have to panic over something like this, right? Um, but yeah, we just need to be safe, be careful. Don't think it can't happen to you. Okay, so we need to be prepared to defend ourselves just in that maybe unlikely event, but you never know. Somebody was saying in the comments to dress down, go gray, blend in, don't stand out, keep your jewelry at home, put a hat on, put on something that's just very, very plain. Maybe if it's oversized, that's even better. Make it look like you've been losing weight, like you've been eating, you know. Yeah, dress way down. Just look very plain. Go about your business. Walk with a purpose. Don't look around like you're scared. All right. If somebody's following you, eyeballing you, give them a look back. Look them straight. Look at them straight in the eyes and let them know you notice. Okay. Again, walk with a purpose. Walk like you know where you're going, like you know what you're doing, like you're not scared. And on the other hand, like I said, kind of at the beginning, what can we do to help? What can we do about this? Yes, we can prepare ourselves. Is there a neighbor, an elderly neighbor, somebody, a shut-in, somebody you might want to check in on, or a family member that doesn't get out or that's disabled, or it's more difficult for them to get out and they don't do it as often as we do, you know? So let's check on them. Don't forget your food banks and such. If we can donate some more, do that. If you volunteer at a food bank or work at one, Increase your awareness even now, starting now. Okay. I'm going to go to two passages. The first one is in let's see, chapter 141, verse 10 says, "Let the wicked fall into their own nets while I pass by in safety." Amen. And also into Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10 says, "Who can find a wife of noble character? She is far more precious than jewels." Amen. Amen that. Let's take care of them, take care of our wives, take care of the women in in our in our families around us, okay? All right. Share your thoughts. Be safe. Be aware out there. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I will see you soon.